right, let's go. All right, check, 1, 2. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Highly Evolved Man stream. Today, we are going to be speaking on the masculinity of black men. And are we under attack? Who knows? I'm right here in the office right now, and I'm just wondering these questions. And I'm going to get into some other topics a little bit later and do some more videos. We might be doing these streams every weekend. Like I said, right now I'm at the Highly Evolved Men offices, and I'm thinking about doing these streams more so on a Sunday. But for right now, we can go ahead and start the process today on this Saturday afternoon. It's time for us to get into it. You guys can see right here, this is the PayPal link and also the Cash App link, which is the real them. That's the real them. Please feel free to make a donation, Cash App, PayPal. We're going to be speaking about certain things here. I'm also going to be able to take some of your guys' questions, whatever you guys want to ask. Please feel free to let it be known. All right. And I wanted to jump on here to talk about what I am seeing going on, which seems to be, well, an American thing, but more so of what's going on in the black communities. Okay? Excuse me for a second. Just want to grab something real quick. Yeah. So, from what we see that is going on here in the black communities, I am seeing a rise and an increase of these men. Now, Taye Diggs, this is an actor right here, Taye Diggs. I guess he's at some kind of BET award show, but he decided to come in a man dress, I guess, where he's wearing a suit that appears to be. Oh, and I almost forgot. I want to also stream here on TikTok, so let me make sure that we're also ready to go over there too as well. Yeah, which is what seems to be this man wanting to wear a dress, right? I just don't understand it, man. And let's go ahead and let it play for just a second so you guys can see. I'll probably come back to this in a minute because I also wanted to stream on TikTok, but you know what? We'll make this a YouTube exclusive for now. Yeah, so Taye Diggs decides to now, like, again, he's always been somewhat feminine, but this is starting to get out of hand where we see all these rappers and especially black rappers, black actors thinking that it's okay, and boxers. Let's not forget not Holyfield, but what's his name, Mayweather. Let's not forget them that they all want to carry purses and handbags and walk around with dresses on red carpets or in fashion shows. All right? This is just getting ridiculous. This is getting absurd. It makes you wonder, is there an attack on specifically the black male masculinity in the country of America, the United States, shall I say? Even though we know that it's not fully united. But yeah, man, I saw this and it made me start to wonder. It started to make me think. It started to make me question the society and of what's going on. Not to mention that there's also some videos circulating on the internet of women who are basically saying that they want men to pay $50,000 a month. What was this? The Aisha OnlyFans New York model. I'll get into that in a little bit later too in a minute. But for right now, let's just look at this. Okay, like we have images of this. We also have don't remember that we had Young Thug, right? In a dress. Another rapper who was wearing a dress, along with his friend who snitched. Hold on for just a second. you know, these types of images that are being portrayed more so, I feel, in the black community than it is in other nationalities of America. I mean, this is just terrible right here, right? This is just terrible. And this is just, one of the images that we see. Could it be coincidence? Could it be coincidence? Let me tell you guys something. Where I come from, I do not believe in coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that this is all by plan, this is all by design, and there could be an attack. There could be an attack. I'd like to know what some of your guys' opinions are. Let me get into also, not only is there an attack on the black men that are in the United States of America, but there also is an attack on the black women. I mean, we could just say women in general, but let's go ahead and also get into the Aisha Diaz clip, just for context, to let you guys know where we're coming from. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can play it here. Well, I wanted to find our version, but let's see if I can get the sound on this. Give me a second. Can't play the ads, but wait.
All right, it's me and T.H.E.M. And let's get into the tea. You ready?
Absolutely.
It's a date her how much that would cost for her to just kind of sit down and be with you.
What do you expect on a monthly basis financially?
I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
What does that mean monthly? Roughly.
45, 50?
Thousand. FYI.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people had to say she was trending. Well, in response to what people had to say about her answer, she actually doubled down and said this.
It's regular seeing $50,000, $60,000. Now for you, might be $2,000, $5,000. My bills, not everybody has those bills. So if their man required them to sit down, I think that it's only fair to get double. What am I gonna do if you pay my bills and my bills only?
What is she going to do if you pay her bills and you pay her bills only? This is what some of these women are worried about. Now, I don't know if this woman is just trolling. She could be just trolling, but let's just see one more time here.
Has those bills. So if their man required them to sit down, I think that is only fair to get double. What am I gonna do if you pay my bills and my bills only? Where's my emergency money?
And investment money, she said.
Oh, man.
Now, what do you think? Because she's responding to these critics.
So one is it can go so many different directions. So we're trying to cover all of it in such a short period of time. One, that's how she feels. You have to respect that. That's what she's worth. But it incidents amazing. Everybody about to get fired over here.
Now, Bow Wow commented because he used to date her, and he said, it's free to me.
Yeah, I think the world has. I mean, I'm not talking about how men have that 25,000 account to date certain women.
You did say that.
I did say that. So I do, and I do. It's account for her. It's for him, so he can be good to her. If that young lady feels.
Okay, right there. I'm waiting for TK Kirkland to get to the point because TK Kirkland usually has good takes to say. I mean, I've heard a lot of his takes on Vlad TV. So I'm actually kind of surprised that he. I mean, I don't want to get flagged for the content either, like playing somebody else's content. But what I do feel is that here, let's just see money.
Be good to her. If that young lady feels that's what she wants, that's a high number.
Right.
You separate yourself.
What's your number?
My number for her.
No, for you.
You get me for
3,500.
I'm cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a senior citizen. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Really
I was talking loud.
I think TK Kirkland is kind of playing it safe right there. Yeah, we're gonna jump back up on this stream. I just wanted to see. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this one going too. Give me a minute, y'all. Okay. You don't necessarily want to do that, but we're going to see if we can stream on the live too as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm spoiled.
No, as soon as they said it's sports, it's going to be a ticket. Go ahead.
What's that mean? Just
what's that range?
Because it's good insight. Because we just have these hypothetical conversations all the time. But just somebody you're like in the top 1% of girls that's actually you're exposed to that life, right? Like so. Yeah. What is you're saying? You're spoiled. What does that mean?
Spoiled means I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
What does that mean?
Ladies, take notes. Take notes because it'll work on the simp. I have a lifestyle I expect to keep.
Myself, you should be able to do it for me too. And if I can't depend on you to be able to handle what I have on my plate, then there's no reason for me and me and you to be together, because that means you're gonna hold me back, and that means I'm gonna have to be looking out after you.
What about love?
What does that mean? Financially, what does that mean though? What does that mean? What does that mean on a monthly? What does that mean? Roughly.
Numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 45, 50.
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
What is true? I can give you the paperwork right now.
No, I'm not saying that you're not getting it. But hold on. You got a contract?
Listen.
You signed contract? They signed contracts?
But listen, if you allow me, let's say my partner doesn't allow me to work, I am going to look at you and say, are you paying all my bills? Because in order for me to sit down, somebody have to pay all my bills. And not just my bills. I need extra money, because you can't give me my bill money and then I'm left with nothing.
Yeah,
I need money to save too.
You're flat. Yep.
Okay, so she's looking out for herself for the future. In case we're wondering who this is, we're speaking on some OnlyFans model. I guess her name is Aisha Diaz or something, Dominican, from New York. Awesome, right? Now, let me say this. First of all, it was funny how the one guy had brought up love. This type of woman obviously is not looking for love. And if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Like, let's just put it on the table here. She's looking for a man who can afford her lifestyle, her so-called lifestyle. Checked her out on Instagram too, as well. I didn't really see anything that really stuck out to me. I mean, she just looks like all the other typical girls that we've all seen. Let's see if we can pull up her Instagram real quick. Yeah, so, all right. Like, this is what we're working with. This is what we're working with here, which looks like another Kim Kardashian wannabe, right? That's what this looks like. Just another Kim Kardashian wannabe. Okay? Let me just make sure I'm pulling this up correctly, just so you guys can kind of get just a little bit of a feel here of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I mean, I guess we have my other post. I guess we're gonna have to look at it like this. But here, let me go back to some of her other pictures. Let me see if we can pull it up. All right, so we get the gist of it though, right? We get the gist of it. Men, let me tell you guys something. Everybody that studies female psychology and that understands women, we all know that you should never try to shower a woman with gifts. Don't ever do it, man. Don't ever do it. If you try to shower a woman with gifts, there is a highly likely chance that she will leave you and that she will not take you respectfully. She will think of you as a beta male simp, which is pretty much what one of the men had just said right here, right? This is the part that I don't understand, is that how are we out here promoting this? Why are we out here promoting this? Is this just for trends for social media? Probably so. She even went on to say, or someone went on to say, if you guys saw with the radio show that was going on, that she supposedly was dating Bow Wow. Are we serious? Are we serious that she was supposedly dating Bow Wow? Bow Wow. I have seen Bow Wow before in person. Bow Wow is about 4'11", okay? Somewhere around that ballpark. If this woman is dating him, that should also go to show you that women don't really care about your height, no matter how much money that you're making, okay? Nobody really cares about that. But my point is this, though, is that if any man follows this type of advice and thinks that this is real, that dating a woman who says that you have to pay her $50,000 a month to be able to keep her happy. Look, I don't even care if she was asking for $500 a month or $200 a month. All right? I wouldn't even care that. It's like, what are you bringing to the table other than that? Other than to just look beautiful, to sit there and look pretty. That's what I'm paying you for. I'm paying you to sit there and look pretty. I want to let you guys know, man, that this is a bad way to go. And I've checked out her Instagram, okay? I've checked out her Instagram page. And I can tell you that most of the pictures looks like she's in different countries. I'm pretty sure she's getting flown out to these other countries. But let me tell you this, though. Even if she is getting flown out to these other countries, do you know what else on top of that? I bet you that it's the men that live in those countries that are flying her out that would be happy to be around any type of an American woman. Any type. So let me ask you, wait, I just want to make sure I got the TikTok going here too, guys. Give me just a second real quick. Let me just make sure we got the TikTok rolling. Yeah, any man, okay, would be happy that's in a different country to put up with this crap. But I can guarantee you that she is not attracting any alpha males that are in the United States. I can guarantee you of that. Let me know what some of y'all think. I'd like to know what some of your thoughts are. Let's have a discussion on this. Should we run it back? Let me just run back the absurdness that we are hearing here. Let me just make sure we heard this correctly again.
Back to Aisha Diaz. Now, yesterday we talked about how she was on Earn Your Leisure. And she was discussing, in order to date her, how much that would cost for her to just kind of sit down and be with you.
What are you expecting on a monthly basis from financially?
I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
What does that mean on a monthly, roughly?
Like 45,
50,000, FYI.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people had things to say she was trending.
In case you guys haven't done the math, $45,000 a year is about more than $500,000 per year, for $45,000 to $50,000 a month. I'm sorry, $50,000 a month for the whole year would be more than $500,000. This is ridiculous, okay? And like I said earlier, I'm willing to bet that the job that she has is a job to do requests on OnlyFans, to strip, to twerk, to show her body as what we saw on her Instagram page. I hate how Instagram makes us log in. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. I may have to come back to this because now all of a sudden the Wi-Fi wants to act up, but whatever. I think it's because we're also going on TikTok. Let me let that play while I set you guys up on TikTok. Give me just a second, y'all. We'll let this play while we jump back on TikTok. Give me just a second.
You to be able to keep up with my lifestyle if you want to be with me.
What does that mean on a monthly, roughly?
Like 45,
50,000, FYI.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people had things to say she was trending. Well, in response to what people had to say about her answer, she actually doubled down into this.
It's seen $6. Now for you, $2,000 out. My bills, everybody has bills. So if man reading it down, that is only there to double. What I do to pay my money? Where's my reasoning?
That's meant me too, she said.
Oh, man.
Now, what do you think? He's responding to these critics.
So one is some direction. So we're going to try to all in such a period of time. One, that's how she feels. You have to respect that. But in reality, that head game had to be, you know.
She can't see that.
Me head in order to be satisfied. Let me tell you guys this, which is what I read in the comments and which is what I agree with. There is no woman on this planet, okay, who is worth $50,000 a month to just sit there and be pretty. Not one. I can't think of one woman on this planet that is worth that. All right? So I want to make sure that we all have that understanding here. Do not simp, men. Do not simp. This is what I've been trying to say the whole time, man. I've been trying to say this the whole time. And like I said, if you guys got any comments on this or anything that you want to say, please. I'm here right now. As a matter of fact, I think I might even take some phone calls. If you guys, unless we're on the chat or if we're on the stream. And like I said, I'm going to start doing these more often for the whole month. Starting, because like what, tomorrow's the 1st, so starting tomorrow Sundays around this time, we're going to be jumping on this stream and we're going to be doing this. I just thought I'd jump on here real quick just to test out the waters, see what's going on, but thank you. I see people are jumping in. I appreciate them. We're going to do TikTok and Facebook and YouTube multi-stream because that's what this is all about and this is what is needed and this is what we need to do here. I may jump on a little bit later and try to get the YouTube stream, or I'm sorry, the Facebook stream going a little bit later. But as I'm mentioning here, man, and look at this woman too. Beautiful woman. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not denying that she's not a beautiful woman. But what I am also saying here, though, is that I feel that I have been with women like this. The women that I'm dating now, I feel are gorgeous. Okay? And that's another thing I'm going to talk to you guys about later. I probably won't do it too much in this video, but in another video, I want to do where I'm talking about how I picked up this amazing, beautiful woman. Didn't even require me to spend a lot of money. I mean, of course, being in the city, it's expensive dating, period. Even if you just want to go out for 2 or 3 drinks, you're spending almost $100 just for that, depending upon which location you're in. So let's just be honest. Dating in America, in American culture today, is just expensive, period. All right? But this type of woman, I would say beauty fades with age, especially for y'all women. Whereas a man gets better, a man gets stronger. Okay? A man gets better and a man gets stronger over time. But women, y'all age. And that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just a part of life, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But for the most part, give me a second, y'all. I'm going to reset this. I just want to make sure that I'm coming in okay. Give me just a second. Not sure why the Wi-Fi is tripping out on us, but whatever. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me okay. Give a 1 in the chat if you guys are able to hear this okay. That's all I need. Or a 1, just type number 1 if you can hear it okay, or type number 2 if you guys are not able to hear me okay. I want to make sure that, you know, it's not lagging too much. And you guys also got to like the stream too. Let's like the stream and get the algorithm out there, because I may put this as unlisted or private after the end of this stream. This is just going to be an exclusive for those of you guys that are on the stream. But like I said, moving forward, we're going to probably do every Sunday starting at about 4 p.m., 4:30-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, but make sure you guys give a 1 if you guys can hear me okay, or type 2 in the chat if you're not able to hear me okay. But yes, man, I'd like to know what some of your guys' opinions are on this, because yeah, man, it's real interesting. Wait, let's see what Bow Wow had to say about this, if he did.
Listen, it's called connecting.
On this.
It's insane. I don't do schedules or timesheets manually anymore.
Let me just skip the ads. Let's make sure that we can skip this. Let's see if I can play what Bow Wow was saying, because I know that it's going to be so important, right?
What do you expect on a monthly basis from financially?
From him?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm spoiled.
No, as soon as they said a sport, it's gonna be a ticket. Go ahead.
What's that mean? Just
what's that range?
Because it's good insight. Because, you know, we just have these hypothetical conversations all the time. But just somebody you're like in the top 1% of girls that's actually you're exposed to that life, right? Like, so.
Yeah.
What is, you say you're spoiled? What does that mean?
Spoiled means I need you to be able to keep up with my lifestyle.
Okay, I'm looking for the Bow Wow take. Let me see if they put it right here. Hold on.
Wow, stepping in. That made it messier, because Bow Wow basically made it clear he wanted to exclude himself from the whole conversation. He's pretty much saying, whatever she's talking about now, don't put me in that category, like I was out here funding that lifestyle. And honestly, that sounds exactly like Bow Wow.
I agree. That sounds exactly like Bow Wow. Bow Wow, you're the reason why this woman is even in the situation that she's in, or why she's putting other men in the situation that she's in. Look at these simps. You see, this is why we can't listen to everything that we hear from rappers. This is the main reason why we can't listen to rap music, because rap music is teaching men how to be simps. It's teaching these men how to be simps, okay? You know, like Bow Wow, come on, I understand. He's got to make up for the fact that he's only 4 feet tall, okay? But just because you're 4 feet tall, or however tall you are, like I said, Bow Wow's probably like no higher than this table, okay? I get it, man. Even though you're only 4 feet tall, you still should not be simping on women like this. I know that you were simping on a woman like this. I know that you were. Like I said before, man, there's a prophecy that I would love to fulfill with you guys right here. It's that you don't really need a lot of money to attract women if her interest is high. Let me repeat that. You don't need a lot of money to attract beautiful women if her interest is high. Let me tell you this why. I know this to be for a fact. But not only do I know this to be for a fact, not to mention that I'm dating women who are very successful in the 6-figure bracket, drive BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, have their own houses, have their own money. I mean, and that's another thing I'm going to say real quick. You can tell the difference between a thought or a woman who doesn't, you know, like the women that are just for fun, the women that you can tell that the men don't even really want to wife up, they don't want to marry, they don't want to be with. You can tell the difference between those women that you date and then the women that possibly have been married before, or their ex-wives. I mean, everybody's got their flaws. Everybody's got their little red flags here and there. It's just all about how bad it is. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, I have dated women who were just for fun, and I've dated women who I could tell who have been married before. All right. And I can see the difference when I'm dating a woman who has been married, because usually a woman who's married knows how to carry herself like a woman. Just like how they'll say about us, there's a difference between a man and a boy. Well, there's differences between girls and women as well. Okay? I can see the difference. And what I'm trying to tell you guys right here is that basically this woman right here is a woman that's just for fun. Now, I'm not saying that maybe possibly later on she could possibly be wifeable. Doubt it. Highly doubt it. Now, let's also imagine the fact that this could just be rage bait, okay? This could be rage bait where she's just saying these types of things to get attention and to go viral on social media, which it's working because everybody, including myself, is talking about it. But I'm talking about this more from an example point of view. Men, we all know, those of us that read books, those of us that study female psychology, we all know, okay, that if you try to buy women gifts, expensive gifts especially, she'll know that it's a bribe for sex. And bribes for sex usually turn women off. They usually turn women off. A woman won't have respect for you for this. So she's basically saying in order for her to have respect for you and to not work, she needs you to pay for her lifestyle. And if you were to lose your job or to lose your sources of income, that she needs to have extra money so she can have some for her future in case you were to fall off. Why? Because if you guys know how to read between the lines, she's basically telling you right there that if you were to fall off and to not be able to keep your job, that she would leave you. Because why? Because she's not talking about attraction. What she's talking about is money, which is what we all know. Which is what we all know. Okay, so let's see here. But we should go back to the topic at hand.
So when he said it was free for him he's trying to make one thing very clear. Don't start no false narrative that he was out here spending crazy money just to be with her. Or any female for that matter.
Okay, so I got off the phone with my friend and decided to listen to my podcast. A lot of you guys are not listening. You're only hearing the number, but you're really not listening. And like I said on the podcast, what we find normal, the nighttime girls, might not be normal for you. But for us, it's regular seeing $50,000, $60,000. It is a regular thing for us. Not for you, it might be $2,000.
Okay, right there, I want to stop it. Right there, I want to ask the question of who are these men that are paying you 50 to whatever amount you're asking for, 50K per month? What do these men look like? Can you please show us what these men look like and what city and state, if they're even located in the United States? Can you please tell us where they are located? I would love to know. I would like to see this because I'm telling you right now that I'm willing to bet that these men that are paying for this and paying that much, if what she's saying is true, I'm willing to bet that these men are not even located in America. I'm willing to bet that these men are men that are probably like in Saudi Arabia somewhere and they have a lot of money and they're spending a lot of their parents' money, by the way. It's probably a lot of nepotism. It's not men who probably worked hard for their income. And maybe they did. And I'm not saying that you always got to work hard, because those of us that are successful, we all know that getting rich is not really about hard work. Because if that were the case, then people who did construction and built things and were out there doing concrete and, working in the street in the hot sun all day and night, they would make more money than the people that sit in the shiny executive air conditioning offices. So we all know that being successful is not just about how hard you work. But like I said, I am willing for you to please show us these men that you are talking about. Like, please show us the men that you're talking about. I'd love to see it.
5,000, or maybe you see that type of money in a year. Listen, the tax bracket that I'm on, it's not for everybody. My bills, not everybody has those bills. And I know people, girls actually, that have bigger bills than me. So if their man required them to sit down, I think that it's only fair to get double.
Who is the woman that you're talking about that requires more than you? Would this be like a Kim Kardashian? I'm gonna run it back real quick, guys, just because I want to start to see if we can get the TikTok going again. So give me a second. I'm gonna run this one back. Well, if it plays, I'll run it back. Or, you know what? Never mind. Never mind.
Prepared. Smashed her. Right? Because she know, like, I know I have so much on her. And I wake up, and then I see some. So when she put that 60K a month number out there, a lot of people were already out there.
Oh, I guess we got kicked off of TikTok, so whatever.
I'd ironed it, like, but Bow Wow stepping in.
Okay, there we go.
That made it messier. Because Bow Wow basically made it clear he wanted to exclude himself from the whole conversation. He's pretty much saying whatever she's talking about now, don't put me in that category. Like, I was out here funding that lifestyle. And honestly, that sounds exactly like Bow Wow. So when he said it was free for him, he's trying to make one thing.
Give me a second, y'all. I'm just hooking up the
false
TikTok.
narrative. He was out here spending crazy money just to be with her, or any female for that matter.
Okay, so I got off the phone with my friend, and they said they listen to my podcast. A lot of you guys are not listening. You're only hearing the number, but you're really not listening. And like I said on the podcast, what we find normal, the nighttime girls, might not be normal for you. But for us, it's regular seeing $50,000, $60,000. It is a regular thing for us. Now for you, might be $2,000, $5,000, or maybe you see that type of money in a year. Listen, the tax bracket that I'm on, it's not for everybody. My bills, everybody has bills. And I know people, girls actually, that have bigger bills than me. So if they require them to sit down, I think that's only fair to get double. What am I gonna do if you pay my bills and my only? Where's my emergency money? What if something happens to you?
Emergency money is crazy. Now, after all the blasts and reactions started flying, Aisha later on live clarified what she meant. And some people started debating whether she was serious. She was speaking in general, or she was just naming the kind of level she expects now.
Okay, regardless of the number, if it's 50, 20, 10, $500. You want your girl to stop working, you need to give her bills. Because emergency happens. You guys want to bet on leave. Because emergency happens, you guys want to get up and leave us for nothing. And guess what? Those bills still stand.
That's because you don't do nothing. Do you notice that after this whole discussion and this conversation, and that's what I wanted to say, men, we all know that you should never listen to a woman about advice on women because women don't even know what they want. We all know that we've covered this before in our lessons, that women do not think logically, they think emotionally. So I think that we all know this. But not only do we all know that women do not think logically, they think emotionally, you don't want to listen to a woman's advice because if we notice, she has not brought or said one thing that she brings to the table. This is so interesting. And this goes back to the original topic at hand. where I said here that there seems to be an attack on black masculinity. But it also appears that we could say that there looks to be an attack on femininity too. So we got masculinity and femininity, especially in more so of the black community. Now, this is going on in multiple communities from what I'm seeing too. It's not just in the black community. So I know some people might say, oh, well, it's not just in the black community. This is also going on in the, in our community as well. You're right. We're seeing it everywhere. But what I think I'm seeing it more in is in our community, where we can go back later on to Tay Diggs and address, right? But we'll come back to that one in a minute. This is kind of interesting here. What's going on here with her?
And they're still waiting on us. And here we are jobless, haven't worked in years or months, and we have to start from scratch. So there's nothing wrong for a woman to want a safety net. And the safety net should be double what your bills are. I don't want to be living month to month, and if something happens to you, then I'm effed. And guess what? Oh, you should have some money saved up. Okay, how am I going to have money saved up if you only give me enough just to pay the bills? Where is it going to come from if I'm not working, if I can't work because you require it? Anyways, the conversation is that. Double my... Anyways, before making opinions and assumptions and going with the headlines, I suggest that you go to Earn Your Leisure and actually watch the podcast. And then we're going to do a follow-up and explain certain things. Do the math for you guys. Because the women on here are getting it because we go through it. But men are only hearing $50,000, $45,000, $50,000. And we're not talking about the amount of, what I'm asking for me. It's just the principle, honestly. Maybe the next girl might be 10, 5,000, 2,000, 4,000. But for me, I require the arguments. And I'm very high. And I can't just sit and just sugar.
We ask me every single from 80,000.
I do have bills in my bank.
And 92. He said, thing to critics.
So one is you go something different. We'll all of them in such a one is how to respect that. That's what she's worth.
That reality is really true. One, yeah. Hang got your bill.
I see it out, but that pause.
It's busy.
Eric get fired.
And he said to me,
Bro, I used to talk, man. He's like 5 in his account.
You'd say that.
I did say that. So yeah, and I do in his account, but it's not for her. So he can't get to her. If he feels like get me for 35. Hey, I'm cheap. I'm
you're spending. Like, let me give you all an example of why I disagree with what he's saying. Because it's like, look, if you shouldn't even be taking a woman out to dinner on the first date, which you guys have probably that follow me, which you guys have probably already have heard me say this before. Okay, you should not even take. Okay, so that was a waste of time. They want me to go. So anyway, they try to end you for getting out a message out there. This is really trying to stop us. Let's see if we hit 1 second, y'all. See this first. Okay. All right. We'll back that later. I know. Should have checked this before you went live. Well, I just had the idea of Facebook and TikTok. Next time I was go live on TikTok, forget trying to set up the whole streaming account. I know here. I forgot this. So. See this works. Before. We'll probably sound for another minute. And yes. We're now. Here we go. Let's see how well we know up. So now, let's go what we're saying. Men not need money to get beautiful women. Keyword. That's if her is high. I want to know that now to say. Getting cream, the other walk right in front of me, and she was giving me all two signals. Look good, but I was like in the world at the time to where when you see a woman looking at you, that's to go ahead and approach. Everyone at the grocery store and it's Thursday mail. Hey, what's your name? What's good? I need to get it. I need this. I need that. And it's up in game. But it made me that this man does not understand. Doesn't understand signals. And buffering kind of slow play because we're not YouTube, but I don't see how it can hold secrets. Let me fret real quick. But I saw this mail. All the women, and if you guys my PayPal cap, it's real. Then that's how lowercase were together. Yeah, you guys can only agree. I don't even care about it else. All right, I'll jump on this. For everybody in and out. That would be great. That would be great. Okay, so anyway, make sure we're ready. Yeah, need to woman's level of interest. The level of interest. If the level of interest is not there, then she's not in there. How to gain how to approach, and that's the interesting to where I know this. Some men don't know this simple. I'm doing a video. Now I just want to understand that this is the truth letter here. You have to gauge level of woman interest for it's how video, or even in the video of T.H.E.M. Even on the engine of how her head's got a good, what's up, this and that, blah, blah. Like, yo, you're a grown man. That means you're saying, let her love her. She wait for her. Let's say something. Should be old enough and understand. If a woman only does money, we know intimacy is not there. The intimacy is definitely not only there if she only with your money. And like I said, I'm gonna jump back up on here a little later, more third video here. I'm gonna probably sit here for another 5 minutes because it can go to me at the absolute same time. It's cool to see that it's a possibility of streaming on 3 platforms at the same time. I'm going live on Facebook, TikTok, and of course YouTube. But it's really great to appreciate you guys, man. So take these minutes to be back on stream tomorrow. If you guys hear me, I'm gonna jump back on here tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we can do 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe I might do a bonus stream tonight. We'll see. I have other channels and some other things that we want to jump on. But maybe we'll do a bonus stream tonight. But like I said, I want to make sure you understand that you don't need money to get women. Sorry about that, man. Just you gauge your level of interest. Gauge your level of interest. That's all I got to say about that. Guys, tune back with me tomorrow Sunday. We're going to do meetings all the time. And if we have to switch certain days, we do it because I want to spin. No, that'll usually be time weekend. We be a, but occasionally, been like do Sunday news. So I'll see how I head in. Please tell me if I'm still doing other thing where we can have phone call conversation. Text me. But yes, please get into the mastermind group that will be starting. I'm gonna try to 10 to 12 minutes a men's group. So please share word, let people know on. And I said I'm gonna be back to you Sunday at around 3 p.m. Standard Time. So sure you guys agree with that. And yes, I will definitely see you guys later. I'm doing another video on the topic, so make sure that you tune into that well. Okay. But thank you guys for checking us out. And I am the highly evolved, and this is them, and if you as well are one of them, let me hear that you're one of them. And that's what we talk about here on this channel. So please like, subscribe, check the channel, check out some of the other videos. I'm going to do a more in-depth video right now of this, and I thank all of you that tuned in and that have subscribed to the channel. I will be with you guys in the future, and yes, again, please tune in tomorrow. And before I get out of here, make sure you write down this hashtag. All the support helps, especially while I'm working towards getting this channel monetized. So yes, all of your help is very thankful and very helpful. And man, we're gonna build it because I gotta tell you guys right now, this is the future and this is what I believe in. And I can even be, I mean, I don't even want to put this out there in the universe, but we're going to make it happen. But I'm going to tell you right now is that I need your help to help make it happen with me. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow the channel, maybe more streams. Like I said, and we'll be on our streams Sundays. But I want to at least say this to you guys. You do not have to have a lot of money to date beautiful women. Just look at their level of interest in you. Thank you. See you guys later.